Welcome back to Factorio Hyperbase, which is my new gigabase playthrough where we're going to build a base of extraordinarily large size and hopefully manage to run it efficiently in terms of UPS as well. We're working on our starter base. This is it here. Last episode we went for a bit of an explore. We found some iron, and yes, the settings of some of these patches are quite generous, although, I mean, as you can see, that's quite a long way out. We even found some oil. We're not going to even bother with this oil, we're just going to come straight over here. We may even just set up our initial oil processing in this area and ship the finished product back. Probably makes the most sense at this point. We have just finished research, so let's do another one. What do we need next? We are starting to run out of useful things. The lab speed is probably a useful thing to start getting going with. This whole base doesn't actually look so big when we scroll out far enough to see all these things, but it is pretty big. I thought, yes, there's 2 coals. We'll probably go and tap that. I think what I need to do is the power supply is actually way down at the moment, which is interesting. Perhaps everything has kind of caught up for the moment, but it certainly does seem to be under some level of threat. So what I'm going to do is, let's make pipes here. I think I will build the power devices. Oh yeah, that's right. So that's where that goes. So let's see, that one needs stone furnace, and that one, the stone furnace just needs stone. Interesting. And the other one, the oil, yes, we can't actually build this until we have the level 3 assembly machines, but it needs stone brick, whereas these just need pipe. If I'm going to build stone furnaces, I'm going to need stone brick for the other sort of furnace as well. I guess I can bring a line of stone in here. It's probably more my intention to bring stone brick in, but I can always bring stone brick in down here below red circuits, or up here. We just seem to be running out of space a little bit. So that would mean actually we'll have to do it from up here. No, that still doesn't work. I could put stone bricks there. because that one does appear to fit. Although I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get this across here. Nope. The only other way to do it really would be to have it come through about here. No, even that's not high enough up. We need to go one higher. So this way we can get some stone happening. Actually, I don't think that I actually need that whole last bit, and there we go, a bit of lab speed happening. Maybe just a bit more lab speed. That will be the coal that's coming through there. Oops. That'll be the coal. The stone can carry on. So, stone furnaces. Wow. Who would have thought I was going to make stone furnaces? Maybe I will make them properly. And then I can make underground pipes here. Which leaves me possibility of making steel furnaces. Down there. Okay. Stone furnace, which is just stone. Boiler. Steam engine. Okay, so that does need this stuff. That's going to have to move. That can be replaced fairly easily. So we probably want iron coming through here. Do you need iron? You do. But you could get iron off this one. And you probably could get iron off this one as well. You don't even need iron. Okay, so that's easy then. There's the supply of iron. also, or do you need cogs? Yes, you do. Cogs, pipe. So that's that one, that's that one. This one is steam engines and pipe. There's pipe. Let's put a little one of those guys in between. Something like that. Make sure we block that off though, so I don't want too many of these things. And stone. That's everything you need. So I guess you can unload this direction into a steel chest. I don't know what you stack up to, but we don't need that many of you. And pipes. What about these pipes? They need iron as well. What is this going to be? I'd have to get steel plate through if that's what that's going to be, so I don't know what that's going to be. You need iron as well. Alright. Now I'm likely to need quite a lot of pipes, so mind you they stack to 100, so I might do that. And I might put the pipe to grounds next to it, and I need a lot of them usually, so that's 200 because they only stack to 50. Right. Oh, that's not powered. There we go. How many of those am I building? Just one stack. These guys, they don't have anywhere to unload to yet. Alright. I'll have to put a chest here. And I guess I might need 2 stacks of that one. Okay, that doesn't even include oil yet, so we still need oil. Alright, oil is 3 items that need pipes. Maybe this could actually just be another pipe. Make pipes. None of those have iron by itself. They have pipe, steel, and electric circuits. So that's not a bad idea. Let's make you make a pipe. And we can't do the next lab research speed, I guess what we'll do is we might as well start investing in the ability to make solar energy. I mean, looking at this, I think the barrier we have really is blue. There are possibly some useful things that are on the military path, but blue is probably the next most interesting thing for us to do. So if that's pipe, we need steel and we need electronic circuit. So that could be the steel. And the electronic circuit can come in here. Oops. So the pipe and I guess probably it's worth feeding those pipes from another source as well. I might make... oh, I can't. Let's make that the chemical plant and that the pump jack. How difficult are these things? Actually, we can do that before refineries, so offshore pumps, it wouldn't hurt to make some of them as well. Okay. Let's get these coming up a bit further. Oops. And on the other side, this was steel. So not sure. That needs those as well, so let's see what we can do there. Chem plants, they need those as well. And what about this thing? It does not need steel, but it does need pipe. and it does need those guys, and it does need electronic circuits. Yes. Don't know how many of those I'm gonna need, but let's limit it to that. And there. Where are we unloading these guys? I guess we can have a box here and a box here. If I had wires, I could use the same box, but I don't, so we'll have to do it this way. Pump jacks, I don't actually need that many just yet. Chem plants, I might need quite a few of them. So that gives us an oil industry. Now, hopefully we have some pipe. No, we don't have any pipe. Have I done circuit network yet? No. I need you too much. Come on. Do I need 200 of these? Not sure. Alright, what have we got here? 50. 50 boilers. I probably don't need 50. For the expansion that I have in mind, power is actually under control, apparently. I don't entirely believe it. That's not really what we need to do. We better do that, since they don't stack as effectively as I was liking, or would have liked. Not really sure why the boilers stack to so much higher, but never mind. It's it is what it is. Oh, well, let's grab what's there. 20. All right, let's grab all 20 of those. 50 of those, which of course is going to stop me making normal pipe. I have 46 normal pipes. Well, that's a good start. Car is where? It's over there. Okay. Bots are disabled. Let's go up, and for starters we will sort out... Oh, circuit network finished. Okay. In that case, let's go back to solar. Now that I can actually sort out my problem down below, I have already travelled well past it, but that will have to do. Ooh. So here's the issue here. We are rapidly depleting the iron patch. 283. I suppose there's a little bit of life left in 283. Another one over there. A little bit of life left in 283. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe we can double this off one of these. So we are certainly going to. That was the point after all. Whoops. You know what? I don't think I've ever bothered blueprinting these things in the past. But we may as well. Now, the one thing that we are missing is these. So if I go 510, where did this thing end up? There. Oh, it would help if we actually enabled bots as well. And that. So, that is not what I wanted to build. It is these things, 510. We may as well get the accumulators then, which is, which one? Where's our accumulators? That one. And that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that should be all that we can do. In terms of one pump. Ooh, we are actually out of power poles. Was not, in fact, expecting that. So let's get some more power poles. I think it's just about railway time, guys. Hopefully our bots don't get lost doing something silly while we drive down here. Oh yes, there they go. So we should now be making power poles in reasonable quantities. Yes, I don't need 200 just at the moment, but I will grab that many, and I'll grab 50 of the. Actually, if we're going to do rail, I guess I should grab more than that. I should probably get rid of all that wood. Rail we have down here. We probably have a fairly full chest, actually. There's some rail. Oh, I don't have. I was looking for places to put rubbish, but I don't actually have any. Oh, and here come the bots. They're going to grab my last slot. That's slightly inconvenient, bots. Is there somewhere I can dump that stone? Yes, there is. So one of them, and I'm out of space again. How about we craft one of these, which we're not going to be able to put anywhere. There we go. Now, wood in there. And destruction. Bot, go away. I can repair it faster than I can shoot it with this ridiculous pistol. Excellent. Done. Now, that gives me a bit of space, so let me grab some train stops. and probably a couple more signals. Do I have fuel? Yes, I do. What do we need first, guys? What do we need first? I think what I'm going to do, we have to more or less define the size of our stations before we get too much further into this, and I think what I'm going to do is use just 242 trains to serve this little beginner starter base thing that I've got here, because a 242 will basically serve 4 carriages. You can fill one of these things quite nicely. One of those little sections. Oh look, nuclear power is yellow. Is blue. So if we do blue next, that's kind of good. Laser, not really. Electric engine, maybe that's worth doing. So I could have a station, a 242 station behind each one of these sections. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5 on this side, 3 on that side. And then also up here somewhere for the coal provision, maybe right here actually. And we also need probably plastic coming in here. And that would be a pretty good start. So, what I might do actually is possibly start with, well, even the plastic might actually be the best one to start with. If I came out here, we've got to start somewhere. Oops. That's what happens when I just reach from a silly distance. So this in no way will be the size of the later game trains. These little babies, though, will serve this factory well. And I think we'll be fine in using them. So this can be baby base steel 1. Actually, steel 1 unload. That's, yeah, okay. Tiny, tiny little base. And I don't have enough fuel for this little train. But it's nice that it's so small. Now, these are iron inputs. So there's 4 iron inputs for carriages. I actually can make stack inserters now, can't I? I need the advanced circuits, yes, so not exactly. Okay. Don't do this, guys. Inserters are very UPS intensive. You don't need this many inserters on a train. Although we only have blue inserters at the second, so that's sort of my excuse. Oh look, we can get flight. It's not actually going to help that much though, but flight and robotics are not actually going to help all that much. None of these things really are going to help all that much. Right, research anyway. We're going to need some chests here. Possibly I shouldn't have shot up all that wood, because that wood probably would have been fine. Let me just do a quick break and we'll come back to the station. And back. Okay, so we need some fuel. We need some boxes. What are those? Steel chests. I don't really want to waste... well, I mean, I'm making enough steel now and I'll soon be making tons, so it's probably not that big a deal. Oh, they're 8 steel each. What are these? 8 iron plate. Maybe I'll just grab a bit of iron and make some iron plate ones now that we have a fairly solid flow of iron coming down here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. I think that should be enough. Do I? Yes, I probably do. So this is definitely a temporary measure. We do not need this number of inserters to unload a train, especially when we have stack inserters with full stack inserter benefits, but I guess prior to that it is, and when there's only a handful of trains, it is possibly vaguely acceptable. Just as well, this is handy. Blue inserters. What have we got? 100. Alright, let's grab all of those. Certainly having your make everything or more, or whatever you like to call it, makes a huge difference when it comes to the little things like building stuff instead of having to build it all by hand. Alright, that does it. So, the other thing I want is some coal. How much coal do I have in here? I actually used quite a bit. Let's run up to... well, some of these things need a little bit of coal, but yeah, let's come up here to where we're making the coal and just grab a bit off the line. Ooh, that's quite a bit. Coal being the best fuel we currently have. And 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh. And I'm out. Alright, now, let's see if I have... yeah. Oh, good rail. I don't know how old it is, though. Yeah. That might be something we just have to find out. So, let me see. Good rail. Does good rail have a single? I don't think it does actually, so we might have to build this ourselves. The bots can build out this bit though, and what we want is do I want heading in this direction as well? It's not the direction that I want to take, so I guess not. No, you can't go that way. Nice, we have just finished something else. Flight. Alright, let us get robotics wherever it was. There it is. And excuse me. Maybe jump on board this train. Use some good rail. Oh dear, this is going to be slow, isn't it? Now the question is, how far down do we want to go? Probably quite a long way down. Maybe all the way down here, and we will, I guess, come to sort of the bottom part of this and build a station. And we will also wrap up this way so that we can then branch off towards this and ultimately towards that with a trunk, and make oil out here and grab some coal to bring back to the base. That's kind of my plan. Ooh. I don't think I will stretch out too widely here, so it's okay to come fairly close to the, I'd call this being fairly close to the base. But we certainly have to go a very long way down. These travel distances are fairly large. Deliberately by design, so there's lots of kind of free building area. And to kind of justify the sheer size of them. So I guess we will have a look fairly soon. How are we on the map? We still have a long way to go. We'll be getting into the bottom end of the map. Of our existing map, that is. And however much rail we have, it's not nearly enough. Yep, we have quite a bit further to go. We have to leave the starter base a bit of room to grow down. go. We're starting to push into the unexplored shadows. Yeah, I want to go at least another length. You know what? We should actually build a radar and place it down here. This is not connected. No. I think we need to go one more length. At least, which probably means that radar's in the wrong spot anyway. Robotics. Alright, so construction robotics. Worker robot speed and worker robot cargo size. Well, we can get construction robots, so I'll be able to build more of them this way. Maybe one more. How are we doing signals? We seem to be doing fine. Alright, let's do a corner piece. Now we'll head over this way. So hopefully that's far enough away from this. I mean, I don't expect it to go any more than sort of that sort of distance, I guess, for the starter base. And only doing a double track at least is relatively painless. But we obviously need to get that oil down fast because I am very keen on bot speed so that these guys perform a little bit better, and both of those are blue, so there is no question we'll be doing blue next. We will need to do military if we're to have a chance of getting to the better armor, but it's quite a ways off. I should really build radars in the make everything. I mean, I guess strictly speaking it's not really even a make everything if it's not making everything. There is actually a mod that lets you control the recipes of assembly machines, which I don't really know how it works, but it seems an idea fraught with potential danger to me. But maybe that's what you really need in a make everything, so it can truly function as a make everything. Under 1,000 rail left. This isn't really an engineering train. So, stuff I really want, I can't reach, so we're going to have to do something else. What's that? Logistic bots. We can get passive providers. So that actually means that we can turn our make everything area into an area that we just run into, and the logistic bots deliver all the stuff that we need, which certainly saves on running around finding exactly what you want. So I am down for that. Let's have a look at map. We are getting there. Very slow progress. And we are also getting to that time where it's probably... Ooh, this looks like I might actually be chopping the top of that stone. Just as well, we don't really need stone nearly as much as other things. I might not care too much. But yes, we're getting to that time. I think what we'll do is we will call the episode. I will probably continue with this rail laying between episodes, just to expand the network somewhat, because it is fairly slow and we don't want it to be at this sort of speed for a whole episode, which, you know, we might otherwise be at. So thanks for joining me for this. Our factory is certainly going to benefit very soon with the oil and the flooding of resources, so look forward to good things starting next episode. Until then, bye bye for now, and see you soon.